Hello everyone, we are Group 11 and the company that we have chosen for corporate strategy analysis is Make My Trip. Make My Trip belongs from the travel and tourism industry. So first let's gauge upon the various trends that are going in that industry. So, according to 2018 report of the World Travel and Tourism Council, India was ranked third in the tourism sector. The tourism and hospitality sector's direct contribution to GDP in 2017 was rupees 5.94 trillion. This is expected to reach to rupees 12.68 trillion in 2028, implying a CAGR of 7.23% during 2012 to 2028. During 2018, foreign tourist arrivals in India stood at 10.56 million, achieving a growth rate of 5.2% year on year. The Government of India has set a target of 20 million foreign tourist arrivals by 2020 and double the foreign exchange earnings as well. The Government of India is working to achieve 1% share in world's international tourist arrivals by 2020 and 2% share by 2025. Therefore, as we can see, the travel and tourism industry in India is showing a remarkable growth, and there are various promising opportunities for India in this phase. Now, talking about the growth drivers for the tourism market, more than half of the Ministry of Tourism's planned budget is channelized for funding the development of destination circuits, mega projects, as well as rural tourism infrastructure projects. Now, talking about the rising foreign direct investment in the tourism market, hotel and tourism sector has received cumulative FDI inflows of 11.62 billion between April 2000 and September 2018. Hospitality majors are entering into the tie-ups to penetrate deeper into the market. Now, talking about the growing demand in this sector, this is a sample domestic expenditure on tourism is expected to rise due to the growing income of households. A number of niche offerings such as medical tourism and ecotourism are expected to create more demand. There are also very good policy support that the Government of India is offering. 100% FDI is allowed under the automatic route in tourism and hospitality, subject to applicable regulations and laws. The Government of India will develop 10 prominent sites in India into iconic tourist destinations as per Union Budget 2018 and 19.
Now let's talk about some of the government initiatives in the tourism industry. During 2018-19, a total of 7 projects worth rupees 384.67 crores were sanctioned under the Swadesh Darshan scheme. National Mission on Pilgrimage, Rejuvenation and Spiritual Augmentation was implemented by the Ministry for enhancing the facilities provided and infrastructure at pilgrimage centers of all cities. In March 18, total amount sanctioned by the Ministry of Tourism for this scheme was rupees 5,638.87 crores. Statue of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was inaugurated in October 18. The tallest statue in the world of height 182 meters, expected to boost the tourism sector in the country. The total revenue generated till January 2019 is rupees 18.47 crore and revenue of rupees 50 crores is estimated annually. Some of the niche segments offer very good opportunities in the tourism sector. Rural tourism. Most of India's population resides in rural areas, so potential for rural tourism is very high. This can benefit the local community economically and socially and facilitate interaction between tourists and locals for a mutually enriching experience. Medical tourism. The presence of world-class hospitals and skilled medical professionals makes India a preferred destination for medical tourism. India's earnings from medical tourism could exceed $9 billion by 2020. Ecotourism. Vast variety of flora and fauna in various states is a major factor behind their growing popularity as tourist destinations. For example, the national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and biosphere reserves. Cruise tourism. Cruise shipping is one of the most dynamic and fastest growing segment of the global leisure industry. Government of India has estimated that India would emerge with a market size of 1.2 million cruise visitors by 2030-31. Heritage tourism. Tourists visit India for its cultural heritage in various cities, and the country's rich heritage is amply reflected in the various temples, majestic forts, pleasure gardens, religious monuments, etc. Luxury tourism. The luxury travel market in India registered a growth rate of 12.8% in 2015, the highest in comparison with any other BRIC country. So it could be a very good opportunity for the investors. Now let's have a look on Make My Trip and its strategies.
Make My Trip Limited is an Indian online travel company established in the year 2000. It has its headquarters in Gurugram, Haryana. So the company has a presence through 14 company-owned travel stores in about 14 cities, more than 30 franchisee-owned travel stores in about 28 cities, and counter stores in 4 major airports in India. The company was started by Deep Kalra. By 2000, it had started its operation in the US market to cater to the overseas Indian community, mainly for its US India travel needs and vice versa. Over the years, Make My Trip has collaborated with various other corporations such as Luxury Tour and Travel Private Limited, ETB Group, MyGola, Holiday IQ, etc. These collaborations were sometimes to enter new market, sometimes to innovate, and sometimes to expand the business. Now coming to the products and services offered by Make My Trip. So the various products offered by Make My Trip are flight, railway and bus tickets, holiday packages, both domestic and international, travel, hotel bookings, cab service, and then we have other related services such as visa, travel gift cards, etc. Now coming to the vision of the company, so Make My Trip envisages to make travel simple and fun for all. Now how the company is thinking to achieve this vision, so the mission of the company is to provide customers a one-stop shop for all their travel needs. It aims to give the best possible user experience across their entire travel journey, which includes effective planning resources, superior booking experience across all channels, and in journey 24/7 live customer support. Now talking about the growth of the company, as we can see that the company has maintained a good revenue growth. So after the financial year 13, the company has continuously increased its revenue till the financial year 18, and then there was sudden decline in the financial year 19. Now this decline, the major reason for this decline can be contributed to the decrease in the revenue coming from hotel and packages, which is the major source of revenue for MMT. Also, there was increase in personal expenses for the financial year 19.
At present, the revenue is split equally between tours, ticketing, and hotel booking. Hotels and holiday packages are the higher margin categories, and it is one of the major revenue contributors. That is, it accounts for 56% of the net revenue. Revenue from hotels and holiday packages business has increased by 40%. It has increased to $450 million in the year 2018. MMT is one of the market leaders in the domestic flight booking with a market share of 24%. The major competitors of MMT are Oyo, Yatra.com, Travel Guru, and ClearTrip. MMT is about 10 times the size of Yatra with respect to its domestic hotel booking, and it also plans on having tie-up with Oyo in order to improve the revenue for both the firms. Also, MMT has few factors that gives it an edge over its competitors. The most important being cash. There is enough cash in the balance sheet to sustain for more than 2 years of its existing burn rate, unlike its competitors. The second most important factor is ownership.
Around 53% of the company is owned by Naspers and Ctrip, and both these firms have expertise in outwitting the rivals in the emerging market, and the same expertise can be applied to MMT. The third factor is technology. The company has been investing extensively in the technology department due to its cash cushion in order to attain efficiency. The fourth factor is market segmentation. MMT has segmented the Indian market and has offerings of different pricings in different market campaigns depending upon the nature of the customer segment. Also, they target mainly mid to high end customers, whereas its competitors mainly target more budget conscious customers. But the digital marketing campaigns for each brand further divide the potential customer groups by preferences as well as by the spending potential. The fifth factor is the domestic ground transportation play. Recently, MMT has gone live on the Oracle Service Cloud to integrate its web, social, email, chat, and voice transactions into a cross channel 360 view in the cloud. This has helped MMT in reducing its agent training and calls to its call center by around 50%, and has also made the company's net promoter score increase in double digits. This is an example of how MMT has been able to improve its customer engagement while driving down the costs.
Now we will talk about the various strategies which Make My Trip went on adopting in order to foray more into the business of tourism and expand its presence all over the world. Make My Trip is a big name now, and this has been contributed through tireless effort that the company's management put in over the years. It's been almost 19 years since the company started its operations, and they have come a long way by continuously adopting strategies that led to their expansion and growth. Talking about the major strategies which the company went on adopting, the very first one is continuously updating product offerings. In its 20 years journey, MMT went on developing itself as a complete tourism service provider. It started with ticketing services and later on forayed into similar service offerings ranging from hotel and alternative accommodation bookings to holiday planning and packaging to retail ticketing, intercity bus ticketing, car hire, ancillary services requirements such as facilitating access to third party travel insurance and visa processing, to name a few. So, such big expansion in terms of offerings gives an idea about the customer centric approach that the company went on adopting by making 360-degree impact on the customer's whole journey that a consumer might need while planning travel, thus ensuring that MMT is available at almost all the places pertaining to tourism, such that a tourist shall have MMT in his mind while planning a trip. The next strategy is of acquisitions and mergers. Well, it's important for a company to keep expanding and growing, and M&A is one such strategy, which helps an organization to widen its horizon. MMT over the course of 19 years made major mergers and acquisition. If we could name few, it will include all the likes of Luxury Tour and Travel Private Limited in Singapore, ITC Group of Hotel Travel Group, and ETB Group, with the focus of venturing into untapped markets in Southeast Asian region and Europe. In the year 2014, MNT pooled almost $15 million innovation fund with the sole motive of supporting early stage companies and startups in the travel domain. In addition to this, MMT acquired MyGola, which is a travel planning website to give boost to its technological aspect. So all in all, MMT was trying to increase its presence and effectiveness in terms of technology as well as geographical presence all over the world. This was the other strategy which the company went on adopting. The third and one of the main strategy which MMT worked was killing the competition. So one of the most smartest strategy I would call it was to acquire their smaller rival GoIbibo in the Indian market. So either a company can defeat the competitor through its offerings or simply by killing the competition through acquisition. And this is what MMT did. The major facts pertaining to the acquisition of GoIbibo include the combined entity, when merged together, they went on becoming the top brands in consumer travel space in India, including Make My Trip, GoIbibo, Redbus, RideStay, and Ride under one umbrella. All these brands under one single head. Next is in a highly unprecedented and fragmented market, the merged entity went on becoming a one-stop shop or solution for all Indian travelers. So whatever need a particular traveler would have, MMT had everything to serve to them. Next is IBIBO enjoyed robust performance across business segments, so taking transactions to 23.2 million in at a time of acquisition. So even the KPI was on the basis of key mobile metrics, and my Make My Trip also stood steadily at 27.5 million app downloads. So both the strength of the companies, they got merged and they went on creating a leader in the market.
Hello, my name is Neha Singhal. Now I'll be talking about the technological fronts and other aspects that has helped make my trip to grow further. So, first is Amadeus platform and Amadeus Web Services 2.0. MakeMyTrip.com is fully powered by Amadeus. All its international as well as domestic bookings are handled by Amadeus platform. Amadeus Web Services 2.0 is a second generation, which is a state of the art global tech platform providing full access to Amadeus content. Amadeus Master Pricer is a cutting-edge low-fare search tool which helps to quickly find options to suit the needs of the travel agents. Second is ixigeo.com, which is a Delhi-based travel search engine. Safe Partners and Make My Trip Limited have invested around $18.5 million in ixIGO.com, which is a Delhi-based travel search engine which searches across multiple airlines, hotels, trains, bus booking sites, and other online travel portals to find the best travel deals available. A new B2B platform, which is apnaagent.com, has been established dedicatedly to strengthen the relationships with existing partners. It was launched to increase the reach and widen customer base through increasing penetration with the help of Apna Agent partners. Apna Agent offers a specialized team that acquires better deals from vendors. Fourth one is partnership with One Assist Consumer Solution. Make My Trip has partnered with One Assist Consumer Solution to offer its assistance and production products to Make My Trip consumers. One Assist's Everyday Assist and Trip Assist are particularly designed for travelers to secure their wallets and smartphone data against loss or theft and protect them from worries related with such incidents. The next one is automated chatbots. AI to reach out to residents of smaller towns to grow its hotel reservation business in Tier 2 cities. It is using Alexa, which is a cloud based voice service, on a pilot basis to make hotel reservations. Now it is also issuing Go Stay certificates to budget hotels that are meeting certain minimum quality criteria. The last one is MMT Double Black program, which is a loyalty program which is launched in August 2017 to increase the customer loyalty. It is a technique to retain the customers. User need to pay just 1500 per annum to avail themselves. Free cancellation on domestic hotels and domestic flights to 10 flights, and it also give users to earn points to avail MMT Black. Thank you.